We are at El Camino Royale Football Stadium tonight for senior night for ECR as they host the Cleveland Cavaliers in the final game of the spring football season. Should be an entertaining game. Cleveland's going for a league championship. ECR is looking for its first victory of the year on their final night, on their senior night. I'm Randy Rosenblum, set to call the play-by-play. This, of course, is Ryan Gilder. Ryan, you're a baseball player here, so you know what it's like to be a senior. You are a senior here, and for these seniors, they're getting ready, 11 of them, to kick off on their final night at home.
Very exciting night, Randy, and to everyone else that's a senior, including me. I love to be out here. I love the broadcast, and these kids love to play football. And let's see if El Camino can get themselves a win tonight.
Well, if they're going to win the game, they're going to have to slow down Caleb McCarty. He wears number 5. He's rushed for over 500 yards this season for the Cavs.
McCarty has been leading the ground and pound attack for Cleveland all year, and he's going to do it again tonight against El Camino, so they better be ready for him.
Colin Ermita is a fine running back who's starting to come into his own here at El Camino Royale. They need to get him going in the run game tonight.
Ermita had a big week last week against Granada. This week they're going to use him again against Cleveland, so let's see what they could do with him.
The football is going to be owned by the Cavaliers first as we're about set for kickoff here. ECR in their blue, the traveling white of Cleveland. And again, Cleveland has not won a league championship. You have to go back at least 30 years in the books since they've won a league title. They'll claim part of the league championship if they get a victory here tonight. But playing the spoilers role are the very fine team, and certainly the seniors for El Camino Royale. They're 0-5 on the field. They've had a couple of heartbreaking losses. They think they're ready to break through. Asa is teed up, and we're ready for some football. Asa was terrific last week at Granada Hills in the loss, punting. He kicked a long field goal as well. Kicks this one deep and through the end zone. And there's that big leg of Asa Johnson.
Great way to start off the game there, but touchback, setting the tone for El Camino on defense.
Yeah, the man to look at is Caleb McCarty, a 5'9", 185-pound senior. 528 yards, 8 touchdowns. Very agile, tough to tackle, and very coachable. He's had a couple games where he scored 3 touchdowns.
El Camino to win this game tonight will have to hold them under 3.
Key players for the Cavs. Castaneda is the quarterback, and he is a good running quarterback. Got the full names out there on their roster. Omar Sanchez, a terrific left tackle who will block on the blind side for Johnny Castaneda. And here's our first run, and as McCarty out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and he'll get the bulk of the carries. As expected, it's McCarty out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and he'll get the first run. And as expected, it's McCarty out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and he'll get the bulk of the carries. As expected, it's McCarty out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and he'll get the first run. And as expected, it's looking to build a power in Woodland Hills. His counterpart tonight is a very good young coach as well. Peter Gunny and their friends, both about the same age, and they played against each other in high school and in youth games when they were very young. McCarty again has running room. Give him 6 yards.
McCarty does a great job finding the outside in all of these plays. Good job 2 times in a row, going to the outside, using his blockers to create separation to get good yards on first down.
Second down and 3.
McCarty's going to get a breather. Officially picked up 7 yards on that carry. 2 carries, 18 yards already for Caleb McCarty. Cavaliers 3-0. They did lose 1 game on the field to Granada Hills, but the Highlanders had an ineligible player, so they forfeited. So Cleveland going for an undefeated spring season. Whistle sounds before the carry. Abrego would have gotten his first carry had it not been blown dead, and Jerry Abrego is another fine running back.
Abrego is very important in this game for Cleveland.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Our lead official is Sid Ziegler. That infraction against Elko will give the land of first down.
Like I said earlier, Abrego's a big pacemaker in this game so that McCarty could take more breathers if you have a good second running back to get you good yards.
Cleveland, a very confident team. They feel like they can move the football, especially on the ground. You can see it's a steady diet of runs. Short gain there out to the 45-yard line. And it's a good job by the defense slowing down Abrego.
Picks up a solid 4.
Bueno in the middle of that defensively. Robin Bueno. See him on offense as a fullback as well, number 8.
Big presence there, as you can see in the defensive line. Defense and offense, he's a tone setter. He'll make sure that line stays steady and on offense pushes forward.
Trent Ramadan, number 9. I think he's really coming on as a linebacker for Elko as well. He figures to make a lot of tackles tonight. The weak side linebacker, just a junior, who was JV last year and has really improved. On 2nd and long, McCarty back in, and he spun down at the 47-yard line. That's some real good defense. And it was Jackson Forte, the defensive end.
Forte does a great job there, wrapping up, getting low to force a 3rd down and long for Cleveland.
Of course, the emphasis for ECR is slow down. Last week, Deshaun Stanley, 304 touchdowns run out of Hill. So you know, slow down, to try to that fine running back. We'll call it 5. Pineda has yet the ball. Till now. That one's Corey Hall, and he has a 1st down. Good pitch and catch for 7 yards.
Good pitch, excellent route running by Hall to create separation from the corner, and that'll be a 1st down all day.
Cleveland in El Camino's 46.
It's another area where the
44.
ECR defense needs to clamp down. 3rd downs, teams are making conversions against them, and they had a good down and distance, and give Cleveland a lot of credit for connecting on that aerial. Castell to the ECR 44-yard line. 7:15 left, opening quarter. Delayed handoff. And getting outside again and doing well is Kellum McCarty. He got tagged at the end of that play, but that's a good running play for Cleveland.
McCarty does a great job getting yards out of situations. It does look like has a lot of people in front of him. Handoff does a good job creating gain to the outside. And then Carson Torres lays down a big hit here. McCarty.
Torres plays with intensity. He's a young man. He's a violent player. He gains, and it's 2nd down and a short 2. Again, an opening visiting team, exhausting. Castaneda, target. Big yardage, 15 yards, catching the football with
to pick up a 1st set of downs for
John Roberts, just like baseball player, used to play little. Very bases, very out running tonight, and that was a big catch there for our 1st down.
Call him Stefan. He goes by Steph. Either way, just throw him the football and he'll catch it.
Stefan, really good hands, played 3rd base. So really good at the hot corner.
Well, Cleveland's got a good baseball team, but ECR handled them yesterday 8-6.
Big game for El Camino.
1st down at the ECR 15-yard line. Back to the ground game. That's good defense. Grego is taken line of scrimmage. Torres again to run him.
And wins in football. One thing that you first day of Pop Warner and Torres guys good to get him.
There's 7 minutes. We saw come in here and the whole first quarter's run.
Both teams pounded a good balance attack in their against El Camino.
Hits in the passing game, down conversion to Hall going. Thing on. He's a young man, Caleb McCarty.
McCarty does a looking defense. Did times already. Did it right there. Great job and get yards ahead.
Third down, and can Elko deny Cleveland in this opening drive? We may be home for dinner the way this one's going. Late dinner, but we might be there. This is a rapidly fast-moving opening quarter.
Yes, Randy. That's how first quarters look at El Camino lately.
Yeah, they move quickly, don't they? Third down and 10. Castaneda taking to the air. Incomplete. Secondary coverage was splendid for El Camino. Harris on the coverage. The ball was intended for Alex Baruman.
Great job by the defensive line of El Camino to create pressure so that the throw couldn't really be thrown that hard and didn't even get to the receiver. So it's 4th down and 10 for Cleveland.
Here comes Castaneda back in for that 4th down call. Now can ECR with 3:20 and the clock running make the play? Can they stop it on 4th down? Castaneda up for grabs, flags are out. Intended for Steph Roberts. And he was mauled in the end zone.
That was going to be a big jump ball, corner route, both receivers in the area.
Pass interference, defense number 30. Half the distance to the goal, remains 4th down.
Cleveland here wanted to get looks like either a penalty or a touchdown on this play. Good throw. A lot of people in the area means a higher chance of penalties. Stephon Roberts was held in the back, and that is a penalty right there for pass interference.
But is not an automatic first down in high school football. They'll bring up a 4th down and 3. It's half the distance to the goal line, and it takes it down right around the 8-yard line. 4th down, 3. Another big opportunity for ECR to slow down Cleveland. But now the Cavs have that option. They could go back to the ground game. 4th and 3. And they will run it. Left side, pushing forward. It's going to be close. They're running hard. It is a 1st down. 1st down and 3 to go for a touchdown.
We have McCarty here, really good at getting the grind yards. Pushes so hard to try to get that 1st down, and he does. Multiple people on him, keeps the legs turning. Great run there by McCarty.
McCarty's an impressive player, and he runs so low to the ground with so much physicality. Flags are out.
Encroachment, defense number 10. Half the distance to the goal, remains 1st down.
Andrew Ariano a little over anxious. Now it's resting inside the 2.
Inside the 2, always looking for the quarterback sneak, but when you have McCarty on the team, just give it to him. He could get you that touchdown.
McCarty on the scene, 8 touchdowns this year. So he's always their number 1 option around the goal line. And he's the deep running back. McCarty burrowing forward, touchdown. So it's 6-0 Cleveland. McCarty his 9th rushing touchdown of the year.
That's his 9th of the year for McCarty. That was one of the harder ones to get with the El Camino defensive line standing tall. McCarty throws his legs, goes through, bulldozes through to get the touchdown.
An impressive drive that ate up nearly 10 minutes. Alex Baruman on for the PAT. Off the left, upright. So it remains 6-0.
That's a big drive there by Cleveland and capped off here.
McCarty is a tough running back near the goal line.
Capped off here by McCarty. McCarty toughens through at the 2-yard line, bulldozes his legs through, power, everything through the line, touchdown, McCarty.
So this is just really the beginning of the game, and think about that. McCarty's got 9 touchdowns. That's a terrific total at this stage for a shortened season.
McCarty has the average touchdowns for a running back in a 10-game, 10-11 game season, and only a 4, 5, 6 game season. So really above excellent caliber play by McCarty this season.
Will Elko respond with their first possession as Baruman has it teed up?
After some technical, Cleveland Cavaliers punch it in from the 3-yard line. 6-0.
I was talking with Ryan Feinberg prior to the game. He said, I'm going to get 3 touchdowns tonight. We'll see if the quarterback of Elko can do that. A short kick covered at the 30 line.
And then Brewerman with the kickoff.
Sikowski smartly covered
Covered by El Camino at the around 31-yard line.
Sikowski's had some nice moments this year for Elko.
Sikowski's a 3-way player, special teams, offense and defensive player, and spectacular at all 3 stages of the game.
And he'll stay out there as one of the targets for Ryan Feinberg, the 5'11", 160-pound junior dual threat QB. Ben Montag, one of his primary targets. Sergio Astorga's going to start tonight, one of those 11 seniors. He wears number 17. He's on the perimeter as well. They're the key players. Of course, Will Ganame, very tall target, an angular wide receiver. And again, one of the seniors. Lights are on. Not about to set in Woodland Hills. Inside of 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter, 6-0 for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. The final night of prep in the Southland. This is Ermita. We featured him on the pregame for a loss. Great job by the Cleveland defense filtering. You gotta like that kind of penetration, and it was Christopher Alkin Jr., who the coach said is an animal. And number 54 showcased that mean streak right there.
Alcantara was hungry right there. Great job by the whole offensive line to and then goes to the side and forces them down. Great job. Hungry tackle there. Tackle to
Picked up 17.
and come
Over. First throw. Pocket. Now adjusted. It went down. And they put it back. A junior.
every game. Touchdowns that he talked about.
Runs for 3 or any combination. Count for 3 scores. tagged after a gain of 2 yards. They come up and they hit hard at Cleveland. Abrego, number 3, plugged the hole, and he wasn't alone. He had assistance from Janavane, David Janavane.
I think we're going to get a single name of the Cleveland defensive line tonight. They are hungry, and they are attacking El Camino's run game.
Final 40 seconds of a quick first quarter. At the El Camino. Ermita would have nothing.
Attacking run game. Feinberg. Yeah. Run game. First couple plays. Get to
Cleveland. They got the tight end Ganem involved with a nice throw from Feinberg for 17 yards. They're going to need more of that.
They're going to need a lot more than that. Feinberg, he's very confident coming into this game, saying that he could get El Camino 3 touchdowns. Now he's got to show it. He made one good throw already. He's going to be ready with some more. Ben Montag is the big target. Ganem, the big tight end. All the seniors are going to help out El Camino to win this game tonight.
One-yard line. They're looking at third down. Going. They can't be Cleveland defense. Has him. Quick ball is just the 4 yard line.
Baseball me at El Camino. Crowd teammate does a great job there. Pass. Great play design by Jason Zabalik to make Ermita the main focus of the play. Change it to Montag for that screenplay that has been gaining El Camino most of their passing yards this year.
ECR countering the drive from Cleveland.
The pass from Feinberg to Ben sets up in Cleveland territory.
Feinberg has been very accurate. Back to the ground game, and it's Ermita showing tremendous escapability, and he goes inside the 20. That's his best run of the night, a gain of 14 yards and a first down.
When the pass game starts to open up, it will start to open up more holes for the running game. And Colin Ermita right there got a big first down run for El Camino.
ECR with a beautiful drive. Halftime, we're going to have a wonderful show for you. The seniors with their head coach Jason Zabalik. All 11 will be recognized at the break. Here's Ermita running wide. And he can't get outside. That's terrific defense by the Cavaliers. Marcos Turibi.
Turibi does a great job there, and all of Cleveland's defense does a great job filling in all the holes for Ermita. Ermita has no holes to go through running, and right there, great tackle there. Cleveland, big stop.
Well, you're behind the sticks here, so one will think Ryan Feinberg. Go back to the air. Again, his principal target is Ben Montag. He's really come on this year. Has super speed. That speed was used as a pinch runner in baseball, right?
He's a pinch runner, but mostly a primary outfielder.
The draw. Nothing there. Andrew Ariano came in and carried, and Cleveland was waiting for.
Good run there for El Camino. They want to stay balanced on offense. Couldn't really get it done there, but you have to keep on running the ball. You have to try to do something there at the run game. Good thing is Feinberg's doing a great job passing, so running will open up when Feinberg starts throwing the ball more.
We have some fans here tonight. They're socially distanced and wearing masks in Woodland Hills. Good to get some media recognition, too. Tarek Fatal from the LA Daily News is here, and you know it's a big game when Tarek's on hand. 3rd down and a dozen for Elko. Feinberg has Montag in the flat. And he's wrestled down by a good-looking football player in Steph Roberts.
Steph Roberts on offense and defense tonight, and his primary job is Ben Montag, which is not an easy one. Both of them baseball players, both of them football players. Going to be an awesome show tonight for both of them.
An awesome matchup so far. Timeout on the field, 8:31, now down to 8:30.
Timeout, El Camino.
Let's go back to the pass to Ben Montag.
Ben Montag starts off with a Feinberg look. Looking a little bit more, then goes to Montag. Had a little bit hard time because of the defense of Cleveland. And Stephon Roberts with a big tackle there. That's going to be a great matchup all night. Both of them physical football players and great baseball players while they're at it.
Roberts is only a junior, getting better and better with each game. And come the fall, he's going to be a great player for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's all over the field.
He's all over the field, offense and defense. Big presence as wide receiver and a bigger presence as cornerback because defense wins championships and they want to win the league tonight.
Yeah, his coach Peter Gunny says he simply doesn't ever get tired.
He never gets tired, and on the baseball diamond, he never got tired either.
Well, the Cavaliers trying to get a 4th down stop here. ECR wants to make a big play and capitalize on a wonderful drive. Feinberg protected well. Now it breaks down and he takes off. He's not going to get the 1st down, and the ball's going to go over on downs. Abrego came up and knocked him off his pins. There he is, number 3.
As the Cleveland defense.
Big play there by Abrego. Feinberg Jr. learning as a quarterback. We have Feinberg here, looking. Got to throw the ball right there because it's 4th down, but he decides to run it, and he just didn't have enough room to get to the 1st down.
So it was a beautiful drive, one of the better drives we've seen from ECR, mixing the run, but in particular getting the passing game going, but they just stalled in the red zone.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers.
Big momentum shift for Cleveland right there because they got the stop. They now are back on offense. They want to get that 2-possession lead in the 1st half.
Ball sitting at the 16-yard line. See if they go back to McCarty. He's been the workhorse. And it is McCarty bouncing outside. McCarty on the perimeter doing damage. And a late flag.
After the big run from Cleveland, flags come out on the play.
So that'll swing the field position for McCarty and the Cavaliers.
There are 2 major matchups that we're going to be watching tonight. One is Ben Montag with Stephon Roberts, and the second one is going to be Caleb McCarty.
Face mask, defense number 10. 15 yards added to the end of the run, automatic 1st down.
And the second matchup's going to be...
Helmet came off, can stay in the game because it came off due to a foul.
Face mask adds another 15 yards to the play.
And the second matchup is going to be Caleb McCarty and Carson Torres. Both of them are bulldozing each other. It's going to be a great night of football watching those 2 matchups tonight.
So McCarty had a 29-yard run, and then they tacked 15 more yards on. Suddenly the ball's at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead run. Not a whole lot there that time.
Big tackle there by senior William Ganane. Always nice to see the seniors out here on senior night perform well.
Pickup of only 1, 2nd down and 9. inside of 8 minutes to play in the half. 6-0 Cleveland on a short touchdown run. The 9th of the year for Caleb McCarty, who is becoming a household name in Reseda. Quick pass, incomplete. So far, defense against the pass has been pretty good for Elko.
Sets up a 3rd and 9.
The El Camino defensive line's doing a good job with the pass defense, making Cleveland pressured, not able to throw the ball as fast.
3rd down and 9. Castaneda did get a big hit in that opening drive. A beautiful throw to Steph Roberts. And another conversion. Another throw to Corey Hall that kept the drive going. Most of the success for Cleveland has been on the ground. Big game in the West Valley League. Setting up the middle screen, incomplete. Defended beautifully over the middle by Anthony Gallardo. There he is, number 31, broke up that play beautifully.
Great play by Gallardo right there.
After the play, there's flags out. This may be on Cleveland for barking a little bit. Officiating crew headed by Sid Ziegler will sort it out, working with Jeremy Jones, Carmen Hillman, Jesse Tabana, and Telvin Griffin.
After the play was over, with sportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Defense number 35, offense number 64. The penalties will cancel. That is the first unsportsmanlike conduct for each player.
The penalty box there.
Now Cleveland has the ball. And now with the screen pass, got dribbled down and big hit there by Grotto. And then after, there was some unsportsmanlike conduct. And that tension comes from a whole week of El Camino playing Cleveland in all different types of sports, including baseball. And both teams won a game there.
4th and 9 for Cleveland.
And now that tension's moved on to football tonight to cap it all off.
As they're set to punt.
We have a punting situation. It is 4th and 9. The penalties came after the incompleted pass. So it's a defensive stop for ECR. And the punt is away nicely. Carson Torres will watch it right around the 13-yard line. Beautiful punt by Steph Roberts. What doesn't he do?
What doesn't he do? Baseball, football, not like a soccer type kick right there from him too. So multi-sport athletes all out here on the gridiron tonight, showing off who can win this West Valley League. And Cleveland has really good chances tonight if they beat El Camino.
Well, Jason Zabog's got his team ready to play. They had a beautiful drive the first time they had the football, but they didn't quite finish it off. It's been the difference. Cleveland got the touchdown from McCarty, and they finished their drive, and they did miss the PAT. It's only a 6-0 game. See if ECR can come up with the big play. They've been looking for that in recent weeks, and they've had a few of them on offense. Up front, Anderson Barrios, big number 77, one of the captains, the junior, trying to pave the way for this offense. Exactly 7 minutes to play before the break. Again, we'll have a wonderful senior night ceremony for you. End around with Montag. He's thrown out of bounds by Steph Roberts. You really only need to know one name on Cleveland. Number 10, Roberts.
Roberts and Montag, that's one of my main matchups of the night. And there they go, colliding again with the jet sweep. It's a lot of fun to watch live, and it's also pretty fun to watch on TV.
It really is. It's two very competitive young men. Montag is on his way to Baylor for his academics. Doesn't know what his athletic future is, but it looks like he's going. No, that's Gnaement's going to go to Baylor, right?
No, you're right. No, you're right the first time.
Montag's going to
headed
Baylor.
over
Okay,
to
that was
Baylor.
one of them. Maybe Gnaemt will follow. Who knows? Here's a run by Ermita. And he can't get outside, and he's hurled down.
Flag on the play.
Another yellow flag out.
Immediate with the ref.
So this officiating crew will talk it over. Jason Zabalik, 17 years as a science teacher. First year as the head coach at ECR, his alma mater. Played on a championship team here. And he'll get it going. He believes down the road he's going to have some great football teams in Woodland Hills.
Holding offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Holds on Brandon Schneider. And Schneider's a young man, a sophomore, 6'4" and 340, who benches over 400 pounds, who they believe the future will be in his hands, that he'll lead that big line down the road.
Sophomore year, you're young. Normally you're a JV player. They stepped him up to varsity. Benching 400 pounds as a sophomore is a really high weight. That's very good for a lineman. Can't wait to watch him as a junior and senior develop.
Very high on him, and his ceiling is unbelievable. Field position is poor. Elko is backed up. Will run Houseway. Boris Houseway. 5'4", 165-pound sophomore with a lot of energy.
Good job there by Cleveland's D line again, filling in all the holes to force any El Camino running back to the right side.
Elko in a deep hole here with down and distance. Midway stage of the second quarter. Tight game brewing in Woodland Hills.
Now's the time for your seniors to step up. Montag and Name. We need some big seniors here on 3rd and 15 for El Camino.
Oh, by the way, no breeze to speak of. Temperature still probably in the 70s. It is absolutely delightful. Very warm during the day. Feinberg trying to make a play. Can't. Too many of the white jerseys there. Can't fault the effort. Just couldn't find any operating room.
Feinberg looked all around. Great coverage there by, of course, Steph Roberts on Montag. Feinberg's going to be running around a lot. We're not going to really be able to see it, but Steph Roberts does a great job of defending Ben Montag. And Feinberg couldn't really find a way out of the pocket, so he got down, and now it's 4th down for our team.
Ace is backed up to the back of the end zone. Got to be careful here. They can really send on-rushing linemen for the block. Cleveland may have jumped. It's 4th and very long. This would not give ECR first down, but it would give them a little bit more operating room to kick the football.
Encroachment, defense number 11. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Cameron Branch is the young man, the outside linebacker who's been very solid all year for the Cavaliers. They came across early.
Good job for El Camino to do a hut count so that now they have more breathing room.
Still 4th and 14. Another high snap that Johnson has to flag down. Takes a very favorable bounce for the Cavaliers. Cleveland is set up beautifully.
Great field position here for Cleveland. They have time now to score some points so that it's a 2-score game within the first half.
1st and 10 for Cleveland with great field position to start this drive.
Cavaliers will be set up at the 29-yard line of ECR. I want to thank Ryan Gilder, Ryan, for all your work all season long. Thank you. Of course, your buddy Luke Slater's doing the public address here. He's been on hand for some commentary as well. Luke's doing PA tonight. Got both of you guys working.
I love the opportunity, and thank you to LA36 for giving it to Luke Slater and I.
4:39 left in the half. An opportunity for Johnny Castaneda and company. Some of the other nights we've had out in the spring, we've had some very cold weather, but not tonight. You don't even need a coat at this point.
I was definitely shivering at Agora and at the game at Granada Hills. Tonight, perfect weather outside in Woodland Hills.
And they're making sure of the clock. They're adjusting it. 4:48 is what they put back on the clock. And here's a big run again. And there goes McCarty into the end zone. Touchdown. 29-yard dash. McCarty has 10 scores this year.
Big run there by McCarty to get the touchdown for Cleveland. Great lead block by Cleveland to give him the opportunity to score the touchdown, and that will make it a 2-score game.
12-0. Caleb McCarty. Terrific running back. He is a senior, so this is his final game. Baruman with the PAT, and it's a 13-0 game. Well, Cleveland is trying to get to 4-0. And with McCarty doing things like this, they have a great chance.
Great job by McCarty, but this block right there by Alucard does the biggest job right there to give McCarty the room to run that big touchdown. All the credit there from the running back and the team goes to the lead block there. Balakar, number 54.
Yeah, Christopher Alcantar has been great so far tonight, both offensively and defensively for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, will they have a parade in Reseda if Cleveland wins the championship? Maybe on Reseda Boulevard. Well, let's see how ECR responds. Still very much in this game, but down 12. And with the PAT, 13.
That would make my drive home a little bit harder if they have a parade along Reseda.
Well, I don't think they'll have it immediately. They probably have it on the weekend, like Sunday. This one is returnable for Carson Torres. A bit of a stutter step by Torres. Excellent coverage by the Cavs.
Carson Torres, you already know, would give it his all earlier in the game, getting low on defense, just now on special teams in the kick return game, and got some good yards there for El Camino.
Well, one of the stories here, and certainly maybe the biggest one, is the running game. ECR has not really run the ball effectively. They had one nice dash by Colin Ermita, where Cleveland has been able to have big runs from McCarty.
El Camino needs to be able to adjust and play a balanced football game with the pass and run and start to develop those run lanes from passing the ball.
There's some room for Ermita, and he's thrown down outside the 35. Ball came out, but he was already ruled down. That's a good job by the offensive line, and that time they did get a great block from Brandon Schneider, number 75, that sophomore up front.
Two big blocks there, one by Brandon Schneider and the other one by William Ganame on the right side. Great job by them both to get El Camino a nice run there on first down to shift the momentum of this game.
Yeah, we're inside of 4 minutes. ECR needs a touchdown here to end the half and get right back in the ball game. El Camino Real football on LA36. Boris Houswain picks up a couple.
Boris Houswain with the rush there.
Ran into a very active football player in Christopher Alcantar, 54.
Alcantar does a great job there filling in the gap, just like everyone else in the Cleveland defensive line has done. Great team effort by the defensive line of Cleveland to fill in all the running gaps to be able to stop the El Camino run.
Great pictures tonight by our LA36 crew. Boris Hauswein, and of course he's the young man that was good early on special teams that has moved up on the depth chart. Coach called him the team's Rudy. Jason Zabalik is very proud of Boris. Play fake by Feinberg. Over the middle, it's Ganame again, and there he goes, Will Ganame to the 20-yard line. He is a mismatch, a nightmare for the secondary of Cleveland.
The people that are going to give El Camino this momentum right now is the seniors. Right there, William Ganame. Great job by Feinberg. Good throw there. Didn't even have the laces on the ball because of the play action. And big truck there by Ganame to go downfield. And then there we go again. Steph Roberts with the tackle. He's everywhere tonight, and you're going to see him on almost every replay.
If he didn't make that tackle, Ganame might have scored. Feinberg showing us the ability to throw the football tonight. That's a welcome sight. Remember, he's going to be the quarterback in the fall.
Feinberg doing a good job commanding his team right now and giving the ball to who deserves it, and who will give El Camino this game win is the seniors.
13-0, Cleveland leading. Jet sweep with Montag. Flag behind the play. This one will probably get reversed. That's normally a holding call on the offense.
Holding, offense number 88. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
And it was Will Ganame that was detected for the holding foul.
Normally a jet sweep is a low-risk play, but it's a high risk for a penalty-type play because a lot of shifting in the defensive line causes shifts in the offensive line. And right there with the edge blocker right there being the tight end, William Ganay got shifted a little bit and accidentally held to give him the holding call.
1:48 left before intermission. Elko looking to score, and they desperately need a touchdown before the break. Feinberg will take off to the 33-yard line. Clock is running. $1:20 to play.
Feinberg right there needs to find his second option. He does the play action. He looks at his one read with William Ganame, and then he doesn't look at his left side at all. There was two receivers over there, and he decides to run and take the short yards.
Time's a factor here. We're down to 50 seconds left in the half. Second down and 21. Again, Feinberg stepping up and taking off. Cleveland will give him that run.
Feinberg with the scramble. Timeout.
Finding a way to push forward is Feinberg. Not a lot of time in the clock, so El Camino's got to get some big plays, passes, or a big run before the end of this half.
Jason Zabalik elects to take the timeout. We'll come back for the big third down play in a moment.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm going to drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely going to call a ride home.
Well, Elko has moved the football. They've had some big hits to Ganame in the passing game. But they've hurt themselves with penalties, and they just can't bust through. Give Cleveland credit. Their defense is hunkered down when they've needed to do so.
One specialty for the El Camino Real Charter High School Conquistadors is their kicker, Asa Johnson. he could kick from this range. We're around his kicking range, and
Third and long.
he could really
for
kick one
Eastern.
long if they have to.
It's true, but they're not going to win the game with field goals. They need touchdowns, and they're down 13 points. The deep ball, incomplete.
Feinberg with the
Wanted
throw to the end zone.
Montag.
Overthrown, intended for
Secondary coverage was
Montag.
excellent.
Sets up a 4th and 16.
We get another good look at our matchup here with Steph Roberts and Ben Montag on that corner route at the end zone.
One more shot for Elko. They've been competitive in this game, but Cleveland's made the plays when they've had to. ECR needs a big play right now. Waning moments of the half.
Timeout.
Another timeout taken by El Camino to map out his big 4th down play. What do you want to see from him here?
Well, what I want to see from them here, if they're going to elect to go for this 4th down, I would love to see my best matchup tonight, which is Steph Roberts, Ben Montag, 50-50 ball. Everyone goes up, and then we got to see who comes down with the football, because both of them are animals, and they will go for that football.
What about heading it over to Will Ganame, who's had some big catches over the middle?
Ganame's doing a great job. He's a great mismatch with all the linebackers in the middle, but that's a better matchup on a 3rd down with a possible run because the linebackers are coming in for the run. Now if they know there's a pass, Ganame's not as good as a matchup.
Looks like Asa Johnson is on. They're going to try the long field goal. Jason Zabotlik wants points.
Very good leg by Asa Johnson.
4-yard field goal attempt.
This would be a 44-yard field goal, and he's got the leg to get it there. This would be a career best. He's done this in practice. In fact, he's kicked it from further. Kicked one from 37 at Granada Hills last week for 44 and 3 points. Partially blocked. It won't get there. So Cleveland preserves the shutout.
The kick is no good.
He's so disappointed, but he has a very bright future here. Really a talented young man, but a sophomore. So on the varsity for the playoffs last year as a freshman.
Asa's a very talented kicker.
Down for
Very talented kicker, and he's definitely able to make kicks like that in the future, and he'll be very prosperous in college too as a kicker.
first down.
Well, Peter
and
Gunny,
for Cleveland at the
Former outstanding
20-yard
football
line.
player at El Camino, against El Camino when he was playing for Granada Hills. In fact, his mom, Carolyn Gunny, in the LA City Section Hall of Fame, great softball coach for many, many years at Granada Hills. Father Ed Gunny was coach as well, baseball and gymnastics at Taft. So Peter Gunny from a very coachable family. Delayed handoff. Up the middle, more running room. The pile has been moved. That's great work. Terrific run by McCarty. And another flag comes out.
Late flag on the
10
play
seconds left in the half.
as Cleveland McCarthy.
How good is running back
With the rush.
Caleb McCarty?
Caleb McCarty doing a great job being the workhorse back tonight for Cleveland, and has given them this 13-0 lead.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, fighting, defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Number 10 is disqualified from the game. Please put 13 seconds on the clock. 13 seconds on the clock.
So Andrew Ariano, his season is over. That'll take it to the 48-yard line of Elko. You got to think here, Ryan Gilder that Cleveland may take a shot at the end zone if they can get a little bit more room. They have 10 seconds to work with.
10 seconds is plenty of time to get that ball up in the air or on the ground. McCarty's been able to break out some big runs. I will not be surprised if a surprise draw play here by Cleveland to try to get downfield and maybe score a touchdown here to make it a 3-score game in the first half.
Well, statistically, ECR has been able to really match Cleveland with the yardage, especially with their passing game. But again, it's about finishing drives, and Elko's not been able to do that. Cleveland has gotten 2 touchdowns, beautiful runs from their sensational running back, Caleb McCarty.
At the El Camino 48-yard line.
Also, we're seeing very good improvements tonight and throughout the whole season watching Ryan Feinberg. From the Agora game to now, you see a lot of difference. He looks more confident out there, making sharper throws.
Yeah, he's not the same guy. A world of difference. First down, Cavs. And they will run it with McCarty. Down the sideline. There he goes. Would you believe a touchdown for Caleb McCarty? That's the last play of the half. There is a flag out. See if it stands.
Fourteen. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down. Please put 3 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds on the clock.
So wipe out that beautiful touchdown run by Caleb McCarty.
McCarty right there, we were just talking about before, maybe a surprise draw play because McCarty's been doing a great job bouncing off the outside tonight. Maybe they'll give him the chance to try to score within the last 10 seconds of the game. They did. It caught El Camino's defense off guard, and they almost scored there, but it was nullified by a penalty.
So that'll take the ball all the way back out to the El Camino 45-yard line.
Touchdown taken off the field. 1st and 7.
So time for the one play, barring no infraction. 13-0 Cleveland. And they'll this time throw it deep, and it's dropped. Good idea. Skinny post. It was a well-thrown ball and a rare error for Steph Roberts. That's the end of the half. 13-0 Cleveland. We're going to have a wonderful tribute to the 11 seniors hosted by Jason Zabalik on LA36. Cavs by 2 touchdowns.
Welcome.
Thank you guys once again for joining us here in the new era of El Camino Real High School football. My name is Jason Sabalik. I'm the head football coach here at El Camino. And tonight we get to honor our seniors who have been grinding for the last couple of months, trying to prepare themselves for this COVID-shortened season. I can't say that I'm really proud of these guys for sticking through and getting themselves prepared in order to get on that field. And so I'm going to get to introduce each and every single one of them tonight. I'm going to start off with Carson Torres. Carson Torres is number 21 normally. He's wearing number 6 in memoriam of Jacob Monaco, who isn't suited up for us this evening. Carson, what did it mean to you to be an El Camino Real football player?
Man, it's a dream that became a reality. I didn't think I'll ever step back on this field, but I'm here, and tonight's going to be a different night. They're going to know. They're going to know who I am. That's for sure. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Carson, for your work. Next up is Andrew Ariano. Andrew, what did it mean to you to be an El Camino Real football player?
Man, Elko was family to me, man. Honestly, since day one, it's been a brotherhood and shit. So, I couldn't wish anything but go here, Love the school with everything, give it all, and yeah, man, they've always treated me like family. So I couldn't ask for a better place to play ball.
And Andrew did a great job for us this year on both sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. Next up, we have Jason Labra, who gets an extra year with us. Jason, what did it mean for you to be a part of this program?
Man, it was just more than a program. It was like a family, you know, especially the sport of football was more than a football for me, you know. It was like a lifestyle, you know, getting to be with all these people, play the sport I love, it just meant everything.
I wish we were able to get Jason on the field this year. Unfortunately, he wasn't granted the extra year of eligibility, but he got to practice with us and he got better with us throughout the year, and we appreciate his help over the course of the year. Thank you, buddy. Sergio Astorga, in his first year playing football here in the El Camino Real football program, what did it feel like?
Man, this team has like made me feel like family. You know, all these teammates I've met and made a good friendship with, they just opened me with open arms, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of this program. And for you taking me in with open arms, it just means a lot.
This is Sergio's first year playing football and first year in the program, and we appreciate his help. He's actually going to be starting tonight for us at El. Congratulations on working hard. Job well done.
Thank you, Coach.
Tommy Takahashi, number 18.
Yeah, I've been in this program for 2 years, and I gotta say it changed my life really. The days that I felt like I was down low, this family back here, they helped boosted me up, and yeah, I'm glad to say that this program's in good hands with Coach Sabalik next year.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate all your hard work and your efforts. Ben Montag in our first year is out on loan from the baseball program for 3 years, played on the varsity baseball team. And we finally got his athleticism out on the football field, and I must say it has not disappointed. Ben, what has your first year of football ever meant to you?
You know, it's great. You know, I'm happy it was Elko to be my first football season ever. I just feel like it's a family out here, and the coaches, they really do care about you. And there's a lot of stuff that I learned on the field, but there's a lot of more stuff that I learned I can take off the field.
Fantastic. Thank you, buddy, for your efforts. I'm glad you had a fun season with us. Cameron Mortazavi got a chance to be around us this year, helping out in kind of an advisory capacity. Didn't get to step foot on the field, but there's a big reason for that, Cam. Why didn't you get a chance to play this year? Tell us.
So I was a part of this team since I was a freshman. This year I've decided to not play and help out because I have my shoulder injury. However, I am beyond proud to be a member of this team. I've grown so much over the 4 years, and most importantly, the El Camino football means community, family, brotherhood, and I wouldn't be who I am today without this program. Thank you, Coach.
And not to mention, he's being pretty humble. He actually got into the medical school program at USC and will be attending USC in the fall. Is that correct?
Yes, Coach.
Congratulations, buddy.
Spot on, guys.
Best of luck. Marcelo Hassan, next up.
What's up, Coach?
What did it mean to you to be in this football program?
It meant a lot. Shared a lot of fun memories with my teammates. It was a good brotherhood, and that's pretty much it, Coach.
Fantastic, buddy. Marcelo can't be with us tonight. He's on concussion protocol from last week, so unfortunately he'll get to celebrate his senior night on the sideline with us. Carter Noble.
How you doing, Coach?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. Tell us what it means to be an El Camino Real football player.
It's about family, dedication. There's a great group of players here, support, and once the season ends, I'm going to really miss it.
Fantastic, and we're going to miss you, buddy. We really appreciate all your hard work and effort. Dylan Coogan came to us once again, first year playing football. What was it like? Tell us.
Well, you know, I think the most important thing is the brotherhood and the coaches. You know, the coaches have taught me to be a better man, and I really appreciate them for that. And the brotherhood, you know, I've grown up with some of these guys since middle school, and it's been great. It really has. So I thank you.
My pleasure, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed your time here. Great work and effort all throughout the year. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Last but definitely not least, definitely got me outsized. Will Ganame, all 4 years playing in this high school football program. What has it meant to you to where you're at right now?
It means a whole lot being able to make the bonds with the players and the coaches. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Well, we thank you, buddy. Playing on all three sides of the ball. Going to be long snapping for us tonight. We're actually minus the long snapper, had to go quick, but we thank you guys for everything. Once again, you heard them preach a lot about brotherhood and family, and that's what we're all about. It's just one big family here at El Camino Real. We hope to put on a good show for you guys tonight. I'll kick it back up to the booth.
Prep report, and that's with Rich Estrella and Bob Gibson and I was part of that jamboree as well. I had an opportunity to have Jason Zabalik, the head coach in his first year here at ECR, on the program as well. It's intermission. It's 13-0 for visiting Cleveland. Let's take a peek at some of the highlights from last night's SoCal Prep Report.
Let's go with Randy first. Randy, tell us about what's coming up this weekend with Camino Real, and then we'll talk to Coach Zabalik about what it's like being the last game of the year.
Yeah, it's really great for the LA City section, getting the exposure, playing 2 weeks longer than the CIF Southern section. So it's all about the city football. San Pedro has been great. They knocked off a very good Banning team last week and in the process scored 60. But as for El Camino Real, they play senior night tomorrow night. 11 seniors will be playing their last game in Woodland Hills. That'll be great. They'll be hosting a pretty good Cleveland team that's 2-1 on the field and 3-0 overall. They had a forfeit victory. So Cleveland is feeling really good about themselves, and they feel if they can knock off ECR, they'll have a chance to win the league title. But Jason Zabalik's team will have something to say about that. I'm sure the coach is fired up about senior night.
I bet they are, Randy. It's great, especially in a season like this where everything was up in the air. Really, nobody knew anything. You couldn't get straight answer from anybody whether or not anybody was going to play. But it's just great to be this far along in the season, even though it is kind of weird playing in pads. Approaching March already. You should have already been a ways through spring ball. But Coach Zabalik, you guys are coming into your last game this year. What's the mood like right now over at Camino Real?
Well, just to give you a little insight, Rich, I still haven't gotten a straight answer, and we're entering now week 7 of our shortened COVID season. But, I'll tell you what, everybody on campus is just so thrilled with all of the opportunities we've gotten for everybody here on campus, the kids being televised on TV, and some of the students getting to help out Randy with the telecasts. And we love getting the pub, and the turnaround is very, very quick. I think we counted. We'll start back. We'll give them a few days off to rest their bodies, and we'll come back and we'll start lifting weights. And the day we start, we got 67 practices left. So it's a short turnaround. We're ready to get rocking and rolling on to the next year. And everybody's just excited. The first thing that you have to do is start building a little pub on the streets. And I think that's what we're trying to do, and starting over and building a new regime and, doing it the right way.
And it's tough this year for you because, number one, your numbers are short, and then to have, a few key injuries doesn't help either.
Yeah, and not to mention the kids just have to work. A lot of the stuff that came up with COVID was, parents losing their jobs and kids having to pick up the slack, so they have to go get a job on their own, and football practice falls by the wayside. And then you have kids that play multiple sports that want to get a little bit of both that can't be in both COVID cohorts, so they have to go and choose one over the other. And so it's a difficult situation for everybody involved. It's so variable. We're definitely exhausted. I might take one day off to recharge the batteries, which is a first for me. But, we're excited to be able to be playing and one of the last standing.
Yeah, let me ask Randy. Now, Randy, set the table for this game this week, the final one.
Sure, yeah. Coach, last week you struggled a little bit against the ground game of Granada Hills. So how are you going to fortify the defense and slow down Cleveland, who also likes to run the football?
We came up with a different defensive plan this week. We knew what we were getting into when coming into Granada. I think they've run the ball 150 times in 3 games without one pass. And so we knew we were going to be in for a physical fight. We knew we were down in chips. We knew DeJohn Stanley was a heck of a running back. This week we feel the same way about Cleveland. We're taking the same approach, but I just think now we're just one more game mature. And for our young kids, these kids that, 50% of them have never played a down of football, 99% of them never played a down of varsity football. So every day they get better. We'll be better than we were last week. I can tell you that much. We got better in practice this week. You start to see some of those aha moments with these kids, and the light just goes on. And that's really the exciting part, and one of the reasons why I'm just, super excited to get started with the offseason and finally get a 7-on-7 opportunity against another team and get the kids one more year of experience.
Hey, Coach, what would you say, you're talking about next season, what would you say your biggest takeaways were from this season? You have some exciting returners, and can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we grew up a lot.
And I talked to the kids about finally allowing themselves to play the game of football without any type of reservation mentally. Going out there and having a good time. There's a lot of expectations on these kids, and a lot of them put the expectations and their unrealistic expectations on their own shoulders. You know, we live in such an instant gratification social media world where these kids expect to score a touchdown every time they touch the ball. They expect to look like the guy that they're watching on highlights in college. And that's just not the way that it is. They don't see the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into the decades of building that product up. And so I think one of the things is just breaking down the idea of how to play the game, how to respect the game, and how to do right by it and get stronger, get faster, go out and take reps seriously instead of taking reps off. And I think the culture and the enthusiasm for me and the fact that these kids don't quit. You know, they've gotten their tails whooped a couple of times. And I'll tell you what, they're not afraid to fight. And they'll go in and they'll get their tails whooped, but they'll just hop right back up and start going again. And so resilience, toughness, enthusiasm, I think are the three biggest takeaways for me this year.
Great. And the old saying is not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. As long as you get up the last time, you're good. So, you know, Coach, congratulations, you know, on your season, despite the challenges. But you did make some inroads, you know, getting a lot of publicity for your school, which is always great. And, you know, that's a good way to start it. Reach out, you know, to the media, work well with them, and everything else will take care of itself, as long as you're doing the right things on the field and practice.
Appreciate you. I can't wait to be back with you guys once again starting in the fall. Be excited.
All right, Coach. We'll be looking forward to looking for the game. That game is when again? Friday night?
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Hey, what are the replays on that? If you get a minute, Larry, you can shoot those to me. Text them or what, 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on the replay, LA36. So, you know, plenty of time to check out the ball game. Coach, I'd like to appreciate it. Like to thank you for coming on, and good luck this weekend on closing out the prep football season for 2020.
Thank you, Rich.
With Cleveland ahead, 13-0. Randy Rosenblum with Ryan Gilder. Glad you're with us. ECR football this year on LA36. Cavaliers have the lead, but I hope you enjoyed our halftime show with the 11 seniors for El Camino Real. And then, of course, we had the excerpt with the coach on, Jason Zabalik, from last night's SoCal Prep Report. All right, Ryan Gilder, first half. Feinberg was accurate. He was 4 of 5 for 88 yards, but they couldn't stop Caleb McCarty, who rushed for 111 yards for the Cavaliers.
Caleb McCarty is a workhorse running back, and he's definitely doing his job tonight for Cleveland. And for Ryan Feinberg, he's doing a good job tonight. Probably his best game of the season so far. He's throwing the ball accurately, and he's throwing it to his seniors, William Ganame and Ben Montag, doing a great job tonight.
You mentioned Will Ganame. He had 2 catches for 57 yards in that first half, and he looked good as that mismatch in the secondary.
Yes, he's a big mismatch in the secondary, especially in the play-action game. The Cleveland linebackers come up, William Ganame goes out, and it's a big matchup mismatch for William Ganame.
We're going to have to see if this ECR team can rally. They're down 13-0. They're still in striking distance. They had opportunities in the first half, but Ryan Gilder, they just didn't finish drives.
They just didn't finish drives. The one positive is that they got down the field. The negative was that they couldn't finish. For El Camino to win, they have to go down the field, finish, and play some defense against Cleveland. Stop that running game. That's El Camino's key to win this game.
Talk about the growth of this ECR team from when we saw them first against Agora to tonight in their final game against Cleveland.
Against Agora, El Camino could not stop the run. They could not stop the pass, and they frankly didn't have a special teams. They threw 2 balls into the end zone for safeties and possible touchdowns for Agora on the special teams while punting, and the offense was non-existent. Tonight, we have much better special teams by Asa Johnson, proper snaps, good offense by Ryan Feinberg, using your seniors like William Ganame and Ben Montag. And on defense, they're doing a better job than last games, and especially against Agora, because against Agora, they had no defense at all whatsoever. They gave up over 50 points. But tonight, doing a better job in the league against Cleveland, only giving up 13 in the first half.
I want to thank you for your work this year, but we also had Luke Slater join us at some points during the season, another student, another baseball player here at El Camino. You're his buddy. What can you say about Luke Slater?
Luke Slater is the fiery right-hander.
The fireballing right-hander.
The fireballing right-hander. He does a great job with the PA over here at El Camino. He's very funny. I try not to laugh while I broadcast. He's so funny.
And he looks like Josh Groban, the singer.
Yes, and also he's a great friend of mine. Been working with him on ECR Live. If you're an ECR Live viewer, you know him from there. And we've been working for the past 3 years doing El Camino broadcasting, and we love it, and we love our fans.
We're getting set for the second half. Cleveland kicking to ECR, so here's an opportunity for Elko to get on the board early and get right back into the football game. So they're going to get the ball. See what kind of return the men in blue can garner up. Baruman to kick off. Montag fields and reverses his field. He's got some room. There goes Ben Montag. Great return into Cleveland territory to the 48.
Very, very unorthodox play there by Ben Montag, and that's what you're going to get out of him. Unorthodox, hard work football. Ball's heading towards out of bounds. Normally, you let it go out of bounds. Ben Montag says no, picks up the ball, goes around the field, and puts it into the Cleveland side of the field near the 50-yard line. Great job there by Ben Montag.
Well, you're down 13-0. Why not take some risks? Montag did just that and made a terrific play. Again, Sergio Astorga split as a wide receiver to the left, one of those 11 veterans, seniors on senior night. Sikowski in motion. Ermita is spun around, had no chance. Again, it was Christopher Alcantar.
Alcantar's been on offense doing a good job with lead blocks. Here again on defense, making another big tackle on Ermita. Mismatch for the offensive line, and great tackle there.
Loss of 1, second at 11. Again, here's an opportunity with field position. Get back right in the hunt. The fleet-footed Antonio Diaz split to the right side. Some nice catches early in the year for Elko. Ermita bouncing to the outside. Running hard, but it'll bring up a third down.
Ermita finally had a gap open. Cleveland's defense done a really good job closing all the gaps from A to D. And Ermita there found a gap near the D gap and pushed it forward for a good run on second down.
Bring up third down and 6 to go for Elko. It's a manageable third down for Ryan Feinberg and company. Boy, it would do wonder for El Camino Real spirits if they could take it in for a touchdown on this opening drive of the third quarter, down by 13. Ermita. He's bent back short of the necessary yardage. Well, Colin Ermita is getting his opportunities.
El Camino there, they were dedicated on going for a 4-down drive, meaning that on third down, they're willing to run the ball to also give them a 4th down and short.
4th down and 3 for ECR. Boy, Jason Zabalik would love to get his team in the end zone here. Critical down, maybe the biggest play of the game. Sikowski in motion. It's Feinberg with the bootleg. Trying to get to the outside, and he's wrapped up beautifully by Marcos Toribi. Looks like he's short of the necessary yardage. Although the ECR believes they got it. It's actually fairly close. Cleveland believes they've stopped him. This measurement is vital.
Very big measurement here. But on the play, Taribi does a great job forcing Feinberg to the outside. Normally, offense, you have the ball, you dictate where you go. Taribi did a great job making Feinberg go to the outside and close to a first down.
Well, this is a monumental measurement.
Working on the chain game.
Cleveland felt they held ECR, hoping they have the first down. Cleveland is right. It's a first down the other way. Didn't thought at all that he got there, but he made it very close, within inches of getting the necessary yardage.
Very close to the first down. Also, we have to appreciate JROTC. First time in over a year doing the chain gang. They were out until this week. Very cool and very awesome to see our JROTC members do chain gang again here at El Camino.
Yeah, they also have what I've never really seen before on the chain gang. It gives you down and distance electronically. So if it's a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, or 4th and 2, it's up there and it's on the sticks. It tells you how much yardage is needed.
It helps us both, and it helps the PA over there.
Oh, it helps the fans. They can see the game. They don't have to rely on the scoreboard. That's just great.
But don't they love to hear Luke Slater in the PA?
Maybe. We love to hear Luke Slater. Castaneda to the air. And a short gain.
Castaneda with the completion.
Castaneda, good job there on the anticipation throw. Was a little shaky in the first half, didn't have enough time to release. Good anticipation play there by Cleveland to get a good first down pass.
Oh, when will they go back to Caleb McCarty? Again, 10 carries, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the opening 24 minutes.
Doing a great job. McCarty, can't wait to see him and Torres again tonight.
McCarty up the middle. McCarty on his way. First down, another big gain for Caleb.
They give to McCarty.
To the 43-yard line of ECR.
A fresh set of downs for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Great play design there by Cleveland for the delay handoff. Make El Camino unsteady on defense. Shifts Carson Torres to the right, makes it harder for him to tackle McCarty there.
Again, they're having some clock issues at the stadium.
Number 5 was leave for one play as his helmet came off during play.
So McCarty's going to have to take one play off. They revised the clock to 8:08. Doesn't matter who's in there. There are holes aplenty. Excellent run.
Cleveland sets up a fresh set of downs for Cleveland.
It was Messiah Jordan who ran the football for the first time tonight.
Messiah Jordan does a great job picking up what McCarty gave him. And that gives more room for McCarty to breathe in a little bit, get a little bit more pace, get a little bit more break, so that when he comes in, he could do those big runs all over again.
The word on Messiah, he's really coming on. Messiah's burst right there. Beautiful run by Messiah Jordan. Jordan again, breaking tackles, and he's running hard. So this is a punishing Cleveland running game.
Big acceleration there by Jordan. Also for the tackle there, great job by Carson Torres getting low to stop Jordan from becoming a big run right there.
3 at the 24-yard line.
Cavaliers have reached the Elko 24-yard line. 7 minutes to play. Third quarter. Second down and 3. Another delayed handoff. More running room. A spinning move. These running backs for Cleveland are outstanding. First down and a lot more.
A few nifty moves by the Cleveland running back picks him up a first down. Flag on the play.
That's McCarty again. So after losing
After
the helmet,
play
he's
was
back
over,
in there
we
doing
had personal
damage.
fouls by both teams. Defense number 75 and offense number 64. Those penalties will cancel. Third down.
Penalties.
Offsetting fouls. But right now, Cleveland's winning the battle up front.
Really good job by McCarty right there. Even though this play doesn't count, this is an excellent job. Normally low man wins. I always go over that, but he just hops and does a great hurdle, goes to the side and does a spin move also to make the low man lose in that situation.
Well, Castaneda went to the far sideline to get the play. It is a first down. The yardage did count. The penalties were after the play, so they're offsetting. They'll run out of the pistol. Castaneda to the air for Hall. Incomplete.
Castaneda with the toss to the end zone. Incomplete.
It was
Great
better
coverage by
secondary
Dominic
coverage
Harris.
by Elko, and Harris was doing a nice job. He's a young man that's come up from the JV program, and he had Hall blanketed.
Great job there by Harris, making sure that he's looking at the ball the entire time. That's the big fundamental flaw that a lot of corners do that get called on for penalties.
Well, you got to be aware of number 5, Caleb McCarty. He's in the backfield. Castaneda, the shovel pass to McCarty. Elko is waiting for him. Beautiful defense by El Camino Real. Coming up to make the stop was Daniel Azuko.
The El Camino defense.
Daniel Azuka, great friend and classmate of mine, does a great job there, realizing the shuffle pass and coming up for the big tackle for El Camino.
Third down. Ball inside the 10-yard line of Elko. 5:45 left, third quarter. Cleveland looking to add on to their 13-0 lead. McCarty bouncing outside. Touchdown. That's number 3. And he made it look easy.
Great fundamental run right there by McCarty. Going to the side, going to the hashes, then cutting to the corner. And Harris doesn't have enough room to go get him. Great job by McCarty there on the goal line run.
He's got 3 touchdowns, and Ryan, he could have had a 4th. He had a long one called back.
He had a long one called back. That was a great play call by Cleveland earlier in the game. With 10 seconds left, to give the ball to McCarty.
19-0. We can do math.
On for the PAT is Alex Baruman. Good swing at that one, and he drives it through.
Yes, the point is good from
Your lead is 20-0 for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they're starting to look like a championship football team. Caleb McCarty is special.
Caleb McCarty came out here to win the league. And look at him right here. Great goal line handoff. Great awareness to know that there's room on the outside. Cuts to the corner. And touchdown there for Cleveland by Caleb McCarty.
Well, this is tough on senior night. But you have to look at the improvement and how competitive ECR is. Let's take a look from behind the goalpost of that PAT by Baruman. You don't often get that angle. It's a sweet shot.
Very rare to see this type of technology in the high school level, and thank you to LA36 for getting us that camera tonight.
Goalpost cam.
Don't we love the new technology, Randy?
It's love indeed. Warm night. I don't know why I still have the coat on. So do you.
Yeah, I like it. stylistic.
We're sitting outside, top of the bleachers. This is a night to do a game outside. Roman has it teed up. Well, Ryan Feinberg promised 3 touchdowns. They're going to need 3 touchdowns to pull it out as Sikowski covers the ball.
Great job by Sikowski, keeping the ball in front of him and just covering it up to give El Camino the ball there.
Well, we are going to hope to have El Camino Real football on in the fall as well. Again, Jason Zabalik, just in his first season at his alma mater, looking to build a powerhouse in years to come. And off of what we've seen, even though they're not winning games, their improvement from the start of the year to now is really a thing of beauty. They've come a long way.
Yes, this year is not just about the wins and losses, it's how much your team develops throughout this.
It's spring football, really, isn't it?
This is basically spring football, both pads, and it's awesome to see these teams go out during this terrible pandemic year and actually get some football in.
It is amazing that we're going to get the season played. Not a lot of people thought they'd play football in the city section this year, but they wouldn't play until the fall. So it's a credit to all the players and schools and administrators. A flag is down. Montag can't get to that one. A rare miss by Ryan Feinberg.
Especially tonight with his accuracy.
Well, now you're at 5.5 minutes left in the third. El Camino has to make each possession a scoring possession. They can't come up empty anymore. Got to put it in the end zone. It really takes Asa Johnson out of the game. I know they may trot him out there at some point if they want to avoid a shutout, but they need to score touchdowns.
Asa Johnson still would be important because when El
Shift,
Camino scores.
Offense, 2 players moving at the snap. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Cleveland declines the penalty, sets up 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10. Feinberg again stepping up in the cup. Hit. It's going to get picked off. Back the other way.
Feinberg's pass
Touchdown.
is intercepted and taken.
You got it. Steph Roberts.
Down Cleveland.
Stephon Roberts doesn't have to be on offense to be catching balls. He just does one right there as a cornerback. Feinberg looking out to the side, tries to throw the ball, and it goes straight to Stephon Roberts' hands for a pick 6.
Bring on Birmingham. That's what they're saying at Cleveland. Of course, Birmingham is shellacking Chatsworth tonight. Birmingham really is the best team, not only in the West Valley, but maybe in the entire city. They won the championship in 2019. So Steph Roberts, give him a game ball. He has been special tonight.
Cleveland's out here tonight saying, Birmingham, you might not be the best team. We're the best team.
Well, they can say that, but I don't know how many people would believe that. Baruman seems to be getting better with each kick. And the lead has gone to 27-0. Let's take a peek at Roberts' latest antic.
Feinberg here looking on his right side. Doesn't find anything. He tries to run, but then throws it in the last second for a desperate throwaway. And that throwaway goes straight to Stephon Roberts. No matter where he is on the field, he'll get the football. And he goes up, almost stumbled, but doesn't. Gets the big touchdown there for Cleveland.
Got some pretty good balance when he was stumbling there, didn't he?
He's able to stay on his toes. That's what you learn in baseball.
5:14 left in the third, and Cleveland has built a 27-0 lead, and they look like a championship team. The Cleveland Cavaliers under Peter Gunny, peaking at the right time. Torres will chase it down. And he's hurled to the ground. Boy, this Cleveland team is hitting. Even their specialty units are doing the job. Cameron Branch was down there to make a violent tackle.
Branch was not going to let Carson Torres go for dear life right there. Great job wrapping him up. Cleveland now is going to be in a more tense and tension type game against Birmingham because they both feel like they won the league this year for the West Valley League. And when they play in the fall next year, it's going to be a much more competitive game because that to them will feel like whoever wins the game wins the league.
Elko will start from their 25. Quick pitch to Ermita. They just can't get the running game going.
The pitch to Ermita is stopped by the Cleveland defense.
Collins a good young running back, but Cleveland's done a nice job preventing him from breaking loose.
At the 24-yard line.
And guess who it was that stopped them from breaking loose? Stephon Roberts from the cornerback position steps up and wraps up Ermita. He is not done after that pick six. He's still hungry for more tackles.
Second and 11. Feinberg has Ganame, but that again is tight defense. They would not let the big fella go.
To William Ganame.
It's his third catch of the night.
3rd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The play didn't exactly develop the way El Camino planned it to be. It was a two-person drag route with Montag and Ganay. Montag was going to block forward for Ganame, and Ganame got the ball, and it was kind of meshed, and Ganame got down right away.
3rd down and 10. See, that clock is melting down with 3.5 left in the third. Again, we want to thank El Camino Royale for being part of our television on LA36 this spring season. Jason Zabalik, their entire administration, great to work with. This peg to Montag's not going to fool anybody either. It's just a very well-coached, determined Cleveland team looking to win a championship. And everybody's making plays, and that one by Matthew Swanson.
Cleveland's doing an amazing job on the line, and that doesn't just mean the front seven. It's the corners doing a great job on the press, forcing El Camino to do short drives all the time.
Asa Johnson called upon to punt. See if he can root out a big punt. He had a couple gorgeous deliveries at Granada Hills a week ago. That's a beauty. Here comes Roberts. Mr. Roberts breaking tackles. And he reaches the 50-yard line.
The punt is returned to midfield with a flag on the play.
Flag has come out.
During the return, illegal block in the back, return team number 16. 10-yard penalty, 1st down Cleveland.
Holding on Cleveland. It pushes them back to their own 40-yard line. And that is where they'll start their drive.
Daniel Monterosa was the one with the illegal block. With just over 2 minutes left in the third. The Cavaliers are flying high in Woodland Hills, leading big, 27-0. On a warm evening in the valley. Still got the coat on. You're not going to take it off, huh?
Well, you still have the coat on too.
Yeah, well, we may get on camera again. Who knows? Trying to look dapper. Castaneda Beautiful fake, and Hall's by himself in the secondary. Corey Hall. Elko bit on the fake, and Hall's in the red zone.
Castaneda with the big completion as it goes all the way down to the El Camino
looks
red
great,
zone.
don't they?
That's an excellent job on the play action by Castaneda there. Castaneda, play action, fooled everyone, including us. Hall wide open in the middle of the field. And takes it to the corner, but Carson Torres, relentless out there to get him down. Great job not giving up on the play by Carson Torres on that tackle.
First down at the Elko 13-yard line.
And that they'll see in the next level. Carson Torres running down the field extra hard to get the guy down, and that time it was Hall.
There's Steph Roberts, who's been so great tonight, number 10. Hall's deployed to the far side. Cavaliers looking for more. Approaching a minute to play in the third. McCarty. Another nice chunk by this outstanding running back, Caleb McCarty.
Some great yardage.
Closing in on 200 yards.
McCarty wins 200 yards and another touchdown. And Cleveland looks like they're going to want to give it to him again because McCarty's doing a great job tonight, and he deserves the ball.
This is his third game with 3 rushing touchdowns. That's his high water mark. He's looking for a fourth. But he's had 3 games now, counting this one, with 3 rushing scores, including against a very good Granada Hills team. First down, 2.5 to go for a touchdown. They go to the up back, Abrego, and he takes it in for the score.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Abrego goes right up the middle. Walk-in touchdown for him. El Camino's defense was waiting for McCarty to get the ball, and Abrego gets the easy touchdown.
Well, you can see the arithmetic. It's up to 33-0. In a game that started out promising in many respects for Camino Real. They gave up a touchdown early, but they marched all the way down and had a chance to score. Couldn't quite put it in the end zone. Give the land a lot of credit. Since the early point when ECR had a chance, they have stiffened. And again, Baruman's kick hits that left upright. That's the second time that's happened tonight.
Doinked off the upright.
Just 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Abrego gets in the fray, and he scores a touchdown.
Abrego gets the ball quickly. Everyone in El Camino expecting the ball to go to McCarty, and Abrego gets the delay handoff touchdown right there. And El Camino's defense cannot stop to run tonight with McCarty and Abrego, and their offense has been moving but just can't finish, and that's been the story all night.
Well, that time Cleveland was able to set up the play action for Castaneda, and he hit the big one to Hall to set it up because they're able to run the ball.
They're able to run the ball. When you're able to run the ball, the passing lanes will open. And same flip side for El Camino, passing the ball will open up the running lanes.
And Baruman, who's been busy, will tee it up and kick off. Again, just 12 seconds left in the third. Opportunity on the running start for Carson Torres. And he spun down out at the 38-yard line.
Good run there by Torres. He's a relentless football player, and he will play until the final seconds of this game. So he will give you his 110%, and he does in that kick return.
Well, really, El Camino's not going to win the game. What they need to want to try to accomplish here is to get close enough so they can at least get on the board. They don't want to get shut out. Not on senior night.
Especially on senior night, you want to get one of these seniors a touchdown, and possibly 2 of them. there's Ben Montag on the field, and he will be a big presence in this fourth quarter coming up.
First and 10, ECR. Feinberg again stepping up, has Montag down the sideline. And on the final play of the third quarter, Montag with a great effort. So that's how the third quarter ends. And some optimism for the offense, and the fans get something to cheer about.
El Camino's driving. They've been driving all game. Now they got to capitalize and score on this drive.
3 quarters, 33-0 in favor of Cleveland. Let's go back and take another nice look at this hookup. Feinberg to Montag.
Feinberg gives it off to Montag, the speed demon of the team. Always a good spark plug on this offense. Gets a dump little pass, hits the corner, turns on the Jets. 1 miss, 2 miss, and he keeps on going. He never goes down without a fight.
Hard to believe he'd never played football before this season.
He's never played football before this season, but everyone on baseball told him, you would be a great football player if you tried. And over the offseason, he asked Sabolic if he could play football, and Sabolic said yes.
He's congratulated on that one. That's how the third quarter ends. And El Camino's back by 33, but they'd love to get on the board here. You know, other than the one poor throw where Ryan was trying to make something happen and tried to throw it away, and it came out as a lame duck, and it was intercepted by Roberts for a touchdown. I think Ryan Feinberg has really shown flashes of brilliance here.
Yes, he has, Randy. Ryan Feinberg's done a great job getting out there, giving the ball to his receivers, open, good anticipation throws, and has shown improvement throughout the season.
Well, we begin the fourth quarter. Let's see if Elko can stick one in the end zone. Feinberg in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. Boy, they busted through in a hurry.
Feinberg is sacked for a
Leading the assault was Christopher Alcantar again, 54.
Alcantar does a great job wrapping up Ryan Feinberg. And Alcantar knows one thing here. Ryan Feinberg's a lefty, and he rolls out with his right arm dominant, meaning that he knows he cannot throw the ball and wraps him up. Great job there.
Alcantar is one tough football star.
Alcantar is also very smart. That's a very smart football play to understand where the quarterback's strengths and weaknesses are to get the sack.
Second down, 22. Better pocket protection. Ball thrown just behind Ben Montag.
The pass from Feinberg is dropped. Sets up third and long, 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22 for Elko. Of course, no nickname this year for the former Conquistadors. They'll reveal officially the new nickname next season in the fall. Most people believe it's going to be the Royals.
That's what I believe it would be as a senior at El Camino, and that was my vote. I cast it in for.
Now, why did you vote for the Royals?
Because I like the Real Royals, and we keep the same colors. Jerseys could mostly stay the same.
Some other candidates, but it does appear that it will be the Royals. Montag, he's slippery, but it'll bring up 4th and long.
The pass is caught by Ben Montag. Down at the 41-yard line.
This season's all about development and improvement. There's going to be a 4th and long for Feinberg. I want to see how long he could throw the ball here.
Well, again, it's not all about wins and losses, and we've documented that throughout. It's about improvement and having the young men have an opportunity to play through this season of COVID-19. 4th down and 19. $10 minutes left. over the middle. Good pitch and catch, but it's not going to be enough. Ball's going to go over on downs. Montag showed us those supreme hands, but Cleveland's going to have the football.
The pass from Feinberg is caught by Montag, short of the first down marker.
Feinberg's throw here to Montag on the money. Great effort here by Ben Montag to go up there, get the ball, and it almost went behind his back. He still held on to it. Good catch there by Ben Montag.
And a good tackle by Messiah Jordan. So Cleveland will start from its 27. One would think we'll see a steady running game here from the Cavaliers. Up 33-0 on the road. Traveling from Reseda to Woodland Hills.
That's a long travel there, Randy.
I wouldn't go that far. Delayed. Flag comes out.
The rush from Cleveland is stopped by the El Camino defense. Flag on the play.
Yeah, Cleveland has got a deep array of running backs. Carrying there was Donovan Bow. He's a freshman pal. It's the first time Donovan's carried it tonight.
Second and 7 for Cleveland.
Yeah, we want to show our appreciation again to Jason Zabalik and the El Camino team for being so cooperative all season, working with us on these games, both here at El Camino Football Stadium and on the road at Agoura and Granada Hills. Been a pleasure to bring ECR football to all our football fans watching on LA36. That's great defense. Ramadan.
Defensive play there by Trent Ramadan.
Trent came up. He was not going to be fooled by the run and took Donovan Powell down.
Sets up 3rd and 9.
Like we said, this season's all about getting better, and Ramadan's done a great job developing throughout this season and does a great job wrapping him up right there on 2nd down.
Yeah, Ramadan again was JV last year. He's only a junior. He's got some pretty good body size, too. He can put some more weight on at 6'3". He's 190 pounds. Jason Zabalik can get his kids in the weight room in the offseason, and by September, they may still be lean, but the mean part will pop out. They'll be lean and mean and stronger. Castaneda throwing it incomplete. It was a 3rd and 9 play.
From Castaneda. Sets up a 4th down.
So on 4th down, one would imagine Cleveland will send the punting unit on. Well, the cheerleaders haven't given up. It's a nice array of cheerleaders here at ECR. It's always great to see them out. They all have the masks on, and they're still very enthusiastic.
It's great to see all forms of El Camino football come back to life. There's some fans here. There's some cheerleaders, JROTCs here. We got the whole thing over here tonight at El Camino.
Steph Roberts is the punter. High and short. But of course it's Steph Roberts, so he gets a very good hop. Carson Torres is going to take it and rule himself down at the 25. He gave himself up. That's why he was ruled dead.
Great bounce there by Roberts. I was also a little confused there when Torres picked up the ball because I didn't see him give himself up, and I don't think it's a good idea to take a huge hit off of a bounce like that. Great punt there by Roberts and gets the Roberts bounce.
Well, again, El Camino looking to get a score, get something positive, end the season with something to smile about. By the way, we're mentioning Birmingham and Chatsworth. The last score we heard was 36-0 Birmingham over Chatsworth in another West Valley League game. There's a 3rd quarter score going on concurrently with this one. Cleveland continues to control the line of scrimmage as Housewayne. Boris took a pop.
In that Birmingham game, we saw Chris Ochoa play not too long ago. He has a lot of fight in him, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chatsworth makes up a little bit. Not saying they win, but can make up with some points in the second half.
Second down and 12. Nowhere to go. Just too much penetration.
Cameron Branch on defense with the big stuff right there. Sets up a 3rd and long for El Camino.
Now we got a great job by Cleveland stopping the El Camino rushing attack by the quarterback. Great penetration to get him down, and good job there by Cleveland.
6.5 minutes to play, and El Camino Real looking at 3rd down and 17. That one's incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
The pass is incomplete and intended for Benjamin Montag.
Montag was the one that was targeted.
4th down.
These seniors are really hungry to get that score in their final game, and Ben Montag there. Ball just a little bit away from him.
Ace is backed up near the goal line again to punt. Need some extra protection, so they need another blocking back in there. And Jacob Zane, sophomore, very young, talented player, will help block for Asa, but a flag comes out. There might have been movement.
Flag on the play.
Looked like a false start.
Defense number 50, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That's why they started early, because the Cleveland Cavaliers jumped. Still 4th down.
Encroachment, 4th and 12 for the Conquista.
Low snap again, gets through Asa, and he just kicks it through the end zone. That's a penalty. You're not supposed to do that. That's frustration. And they've had trouble in all candor throughout the season on that long snap.
It is frustration, but that's what Ace has taught. Ball near the end zone, kick it in. I'd rather take the 2 than the 7s, what El Camino's mindset is.
Well, they'll sort this one out. Normally that's a safety and 2 points, but officials weren't thrilled with Asa kicking it through the end zone. Got some fans here, as you can see, and again, smartly, they all have the masks on and abiding by the rules in Woodland Hills. Pretty good crowd. It's good to see the fans back, the parents and the family.
During the play, illegal kicking, offense, half the distance to the goal, loss of down, 1st down Cleveland.
So they don't take the safety, they get the ball at point blank range. So Asa was trying to get the safety, which would have given a Cleveland football squad 2 more points, but they say, hey, we're going to just kick it at the spot, move it forward, and now they have a chance to get a touchdown.
Very rare situation where the offense is trying to get a safety and the defense is trying to stop the offense from pushing the ball forward.
That was odd. There's no question about it. Cleveland in a commanding spot. Ball's at the 1-yard line of ECR. So the Cavaliers on the doorstep again of another touchdown.
I have a correction. During the play, illegal kicking offense. Half the distance to the goal. The penalty is not a loss of down. El Camino will keep the ball. It'll be 4th down El Camino.
So they'll have another opportunity to kick it. Don't really understand that one, though. If it's kicked through the end zone, you would think that it would be a safety. That one is odd, is it not?
It's definitely odd. I would want to know if I was the coach for Cleveland, which I
Peter
guaranteed he asked, was what would happen if I decline it? If it's declined and it's a safety, that might have been taken. So, weird situation there.
Well, they also know they're going to get fantastic field position after the punt. ECR backed up at their 1 yard line. Poor Ace is going to have to get this one out of there. Hurry, and he does. But it's blown dead. It's a safety. He was outside the back of the end zone. So they do get the 2 points anyway. So it is 35-0.
Ruling on the play is that 29 received the snap. Then with possession of the ball, stepped on the end line. The result of the play is a safety.
So it is 35-0. They finally get that safety. Now they'll have to punt it back to Cleveland.
That play was almost as weird as the play before, because what happened was that Asa Johnson got the ball in the end zone, then kicked it. When he was kicked, he was hit. That would have been a separate penalty by Cleveland. And that's why Asa Johnson had his hands in the air, because he thought the penalty was on Cleveland when it was really on him.
So with 6 minutes left, this game has come to a screeching halt. I mean, issues with the clock, and that's why all the whistles and fans are hollering. We got hundreds and hundreds of officials here tonight, all thinking they're a good clock operator. Right now, I don't think a few seconds are going to make a whole lot of difference.
Asa Johnson set to kick off from the 20 after the safety.
35-0 Cleveland. Cavaliers are going to finish 4-0. There's that strong leg again. Roberts will hand it off to his buddy. And McCarty takes it out to the 41-yard line, where he's tackled by Ramadan.
Interesting there by Cleveland, but they are just trying to get better, just like all the other teams. Stephon Roberts hands it off to McCarty. The two big offensive threats by Cleveland, to see what they could do on the kickoff return.
Another penalty in this fourth quarter has not been pretty.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 21, 15-yard penalty, 1st down Cleveland. Cleveland number 5 must leave the game for 1 play.
Second time tonight, Caleb McCarty has lost his helmet. He'll have to go to the sideline for a play.
Sets up a 1st and 10 for Cleveland at the El Camino 44-yard line.
Foul on Carson Torres takes it all the way down to the 44 of Elko. And Cleveland, one would imagine, would like to run the football, kill the remainder of the clock, and make that long trek back to Reseda as champions.
Let's just hope the parade isn't too soon.
Straight handoff. Dancing near side is Jordan. Messiah Jordan showcasing some skill.
Messiah Jordan's running really hard throughout this game, doing a great job being that pace back in between McCarty.
Well, Elko played hard in the first half, and they just looked to be a little bit worn out here in the third and into the fourth quarter. Their numbers, they've had a lot of injuries this year, and the numbers are down, and they gave it a good effort in the first half.
El Camino's defense had a pretty rough time in the second half because their offense didn't give them enough time to take breaks in between.
We'll step out. 35-0 for Cleveland.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just going to drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh, man. The selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man. Let's put a ride home.
Warm evening. Woodland Hills. Boris Housewain was shaken up. Number 45, and he's come to the sideline, and he walked off under his own power. And Boris, a very nice young man. Good to see him healthy and to the sideline, and hopefully he'll get in there for the remaining 5 minutes of action. Castaneda's gone the distance as the quarterback for Cleveland. It's Jordan left side. Right into Antonio Diaz.
Hard, good running there by Jordan again. He's done a good job throughout the night. Does a great job on that run too. Got low.
Second down and short here for Cleveland.
Nice gain for Jordan of 8. See those markers on the far side? Second down. You can see how much yardage is needed for the first down. That's just great. I hadn't seen that anywhere else. State-of-the-art equipment here at ECR.
Great new additions by Sabolic.
Keeps the fans in the game. Fancy play. The burly running back, the big back, is one of the linemen. They give him an opportunity to carry it. It was Omar Sanchez. A tackle running the ball.
Very rarely I get fooled in the booth, but today I did by that run by Sanchez.
A left tackle reverse. How often do you see that?
This is a rare play occurrence, but Sanchez was moving fast down the field, caught everyone off guard, including me, for a great run for Cleveland.
He's a 220-pound tackle. You don't want to try to bring him down. Tough to see him coming downhill at you on defense. Clock winding down, approaching 3 minutes to play. McCarty back in, running to his left, looking for the end zone. He's got his 4th touchdown of the night. Caleb McCarty. That's a high water mark. 4 touchdowns in one game, the most this season for Caleb. He has 12 TD rushes on the year.
Caleb McCarty got that ball knowing that he wanted his 4th touchdown, and he got it, doing the same thing he's been doing all game. Getting the ball, bouncing to the outside, creating his own open lane, and gets the touchdown.
It also creates a running clock because the lead is up to 41-0, so we may not have very much more football tonight for you. The only way you can stop it is with the timeout. Officials have called timeout for the moment. Well, they did stop it at 2:19. Perhaps they're not going to play with the running clock. The points are enough for a running clock as that one sails through. It's a 42-0 game.
McCarty here gets the ball, eyeing on 4 touchdowns, gets it by bouncing to the outside. does a little spin move. Gets in the end zone. Almost untouched there.
2:19 left, and they have stopped it, so they aren't playing with the running clock. The clock operator, rightfully so, started the clock. It's a big lead, over 40 in the fourth quarter, and you're going to run that clock normally, but the official said stop it, let's play normal football, at least for now. They've stopped it with 2:19 to play.
The good news for that is that the El Camino seniors get to play their last downs.
Yeah, I would have taken the clock all the way down between the extra point and now the time in between to kick off. So they stop the clock and give ECR another opportunity. Generosity starts at home. Officials are giving ECR one more last shot at trying to score. They'll have pretty good field position after the short kick. Nice job by Trent Ramadan reeling that one in.
The squib kick is covered by Trent
The
Ramadan.
squib kick was caught by Trent Ramadan, and that was a little scary right there. Squib kick at the returner. Good play there by Ramadan to give El Camino a chance to give these seniors their last possession with the ball.
Well, now they are running the clock with 2 minutes, so they're going to have to hustle out there. So the clock has begun. So you can see it's operative before the snap. It is a running clock. We thought it would be. Let's see if Housewayne, who was shaken up and now back in there, gets to handle the ball. 45. Great to see Boris back. And it is Boris Housewayne. Punches across the 50 and into Cleveland territory. I really like him. Talked to him before the game. Nice young man, built low to the ground, wide body, very bright future. Has really improved in Jason Zabalik's program. Boris is only a sophomore and he's very energetic.
And you can see Zabalik is rewarding his hard work by giving him rushes in the end of the season.
Approaching the final minute of spring football at El Camino Real. Cleveland is going to get their championship with a resounding win here tonight. Will be co-champs with Birmingham, the Patriots. Housewayne again. Burrowing forward, showcasing physical skills as a running back. Down to 40 seconds left. It'll be a third down call for ECR. Only suspense, can they somehow get a late touchdown? Not get blanked. Third down and 5. And a passing play to the near side. Incomplete. Going low to the ground, trying to field it was Jacob Zane. And that will run out the clock with the running clock. Elko won't have any more time to run another play from scrimmage. That will wrap it up. El Camino Real falls at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers 42-0. Want to thank Luke Slater for working with us all season long, doing public address here tonight. Ryan Gilder, we're going to see some highlights before we say goodbye. We do want to thank Coach Jason Zabalik again and his entire staff for their hospitality. It started long ago with a first of 4 touchdowns for Caleb McCarty.
Caleb McCarty was a big presence tonight for Cleveland and was the workhorse back who got him the 4 touchdowns and over 200 yards rushing tonight for his career night against El Camino to get them enough wins to be undefeated and for the league championship with Birmingham.
Yeah, they are the co-champs. There's the second of 4 touchdowns for McCarty. Would have had a 5th, but he had a long touchdown in the first half called back. So it was quite a night for Caleb McCarty. And again, coming in, we knew that number 5 would be the guy to try to stop, and ECR just couldn't get him to the ground when they needed to. He is a terrific running back.
Well, it's hard to get a running back like that when your offensive line does a great job giving you lanes throughout the entire game. McCarty does a great job getting 4 touchdowns and almost had 5 And Cleveland's coaching staff really gave him an opportunity to get the 5th at the end of the first half.
Yeah, they did. And again, this is a learning experience for ECR. And when they come back in the fall, again, they're going to be in the weight room. They're going to bulk up. They're going to be tougher and meaner and a better club. Again, not a whole lot of seniors, just 11 of them that played in the spring. So it's going to really be the bulk, the majority of the talent that's on hand here at ECR back, and I'm sure they'll be improved.
El Camino's a very young team, and they're going to start developing, and they did already throughout this entire spring. Feinberg's not a senior. Most of their receivers are not seniors, including Diaz. They're going to grow. They're going to develop. And with Jason Zabalik bulking up this team throughout this offseason, they're going to be a team not to be feared for in the fall.
And again, you saw a player like Ben Montag really improve in his senior year. Ben, we wish him well when he moves on to college. All the seniors, 11 seniors playing their final game here tonight. I want to thank again everybody at ECR. I want to thank our student announcers Ryan Gilder and Luke Slater for their work all season long. My name is Randy Rosenwald. For now, we'll leave you saying Cleveland is the co-champs of the West Valley, beating ECR 42-0. Thank you, Jason Zabalik. Thank you, ECR. Didn't win any football games, but they improved, and it was a lot of fun. Good night from Woodland Hills.